This one's easy. Position group, so the whole group in general.
Yeah. Just the group in general.
Okay.
Just the group in general.
Well, I think Ben's going to be better this season coming up.
Okay.
I've said this in the past that, well, he had a good season in my opinion last year for the 33 touchdowns to 10 picks, but I think it's
especially coming off of the elbow surgery, missing pretty much a whole season.
And that's what I'm saying. This is his first season back from that. Now he's going to have a full offseason. Like last offseason, it was this COVID stuff.
Right.
Didn't really get the chance to build rapport with Claypool coming in, even though it didn't seem like that made much of a difference because Claypool had a really good rookie season.
Hit the ground running, right?
Deontay had a solid season.
Yeah.
It was just the weird drops. Juju had a good season too. So I don't think that really hindered us too much last season, but a lot of the concerns were like late in the season, like people thought Ben was dropping off a little bit. I could maybe point to him not having this full off season, not having this rapport, just first season back from this season-ending elbow surgery. Maybe it just takes time to get back in the rhythm. So that's why I think he'll be even better this upcoming season. I think the offensive line will be improved a little bit. So one, I see Ben, the starter for the Steelers, being better. So I would say, yes, the position group's going to be better. Then we add Haskins into the room. High upside play.
We do like. I mean, you know I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, high upside play. I think Mason's only getting better his last two games. The Jets and the Browns, we said, were his best two starts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the Jets game wasn't technically a start.
It wasn't. He came in.
He came in for Duck. But, yeah, it seems like he's only improving. So I see Ben getting better. I see Mason getting better. And I think Haskins is an upgrade at that third QB spot for like that kind of high upside play for depth purposes. So, yeah, I see the whole QB position group getting better.
No, I agree with that, man. When we talk about the QB room as a whole, a healthy Ben is definitely going to be better. I do think that Mason has taken really good strides. That was another question mark because last year when we talked about what we had behind 7, it was which Mason is it? Is it the Mason that showed up in that Jets game? Or at times, was it going to be the Mason that showed up earlier that same season, right?
Yeah, the Browns game.
Yeah, so you just didn't know which Mason you were going to get. And then you think about how last year played out. The first opportunity we got to see Mason was Dallas. And remember,
it was devastating.
You came, I remember, man,
God.
you came over and you talked to me. You were like, bro, he looked terrible. And I'm just like, yo, it's a lot that played into that. Don't, buy into it all the way because as a player, when you're first off not expected to get in because you're playing quarterback. It's not like receiver or O-line or D-line where you rotate. These guys do not play. So when you throw that in and then you're thinking that you're not even going to get the ball because, we're about to go into halftime. So it wasn't even like this was in the normal time of play.
Yeah.
For him to be thrown in there, no warm up, and it's like, protect the ball. We don't want you to do anything. But at the same time, we're going to, change. We're going to be a little aggressive because we want to get in scoring position. It was just a bad vibe for him, man. And I personally, like I said, if this was any other stadium, Ben was running back out there and going to make that play. But because of how big the Cowboy Stadium was, man.
I remember that.
Because we had to leave and to go into the locker room early. By the time you get to where like the medical stuff is, x-rays and stuff like that, dude, it's legit like a 10-minute walk. Like legit. I don't know why I've been hurt a couple times in Dallas now. This is like weird. Yeah, but every time it was always like, man, why is it taking so long to just get to the place? Like, if this is Pittsburgh, I'm literally downstairs and busting left from there. If it was Buffalo, literally 2 steps into where you couldn't see anymore, and I'm right there. But in Dallas, because of how big the stadium is, once you're in there, man, it's going to take a while for you to get back out.
Shout out to you, too. I think you may have had one of the funniest calls. I don't know if it was the podcast after that game or a couple podcasts after we were talking about Mason. You just said, what do you mean? He led a scoring drive against the Cowboys. I was dying.
Because we did get a field goal. We did.
Didn't pause kick. It was almost a 60-yarder.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it was. He hit a long field goal. That's what you're paid to do. He's supposed to come here and hit the field goal. It doesn't matter how long it was. And Mason did what he was supposed to do. 3
points is 3 points.
Mason
no matter
didn't.
If it was 20 yards or 60 yards.
Think about this. He didn't turn the ball over. If I remember correctly, he had a completion. It was that crazy ball like got bounced around. He had a completion. So he did his job. That's good. That's a real good thing by him, man.
Yeah. But we both agree. Quarterback position group on the uptick.
Absolutely. Definitely feel like they're improving, man.